Hey folks, welcome back. As you can see here, I've got the old evaporator behind me here. If you want to see how this thing got built to where it's at now, check out my other video. What I'm going to do today is something that some of you suggested, and that is filling in some loose ends. Some loose ends that they're talking about, or I'm talking about, is this little gap here between where the pan sits and the side of the barrel. From what some of you have said, based on your experiences, this can be a spot where smoke and heat is lost, and so I'm going to try to fill this in today with some scrap metal I got kicking around, and hopefully that goes well. I'm going to break out a new tool. You may not have seen me use this very much before. When I say new tool, I mean new to you guys, because I've had it for a while. What it is this thing. Just like everything in the shop, it's a little dusty. This thing is a plasma cutter. Not the most, probably not the most high-end plasma cutter, but this thing, the drag gun, get it? Drag gun. Yeah, anyways, this thing has been around the block and come back. I got this at a pretty good buy. Oh, geez, probably 5-6 years ago, and I'm still using it today. So we're going to break this thing out because the gauge and the material is not very thick. We'll cut out the outlines for those little pieces I want to fit in, and then we'll break out that Lincoln Electric, the 120 volt MIG welder, or I guess it's called a flux core MIG welder. So that's what we're going to do today, and hopefully that goes well. Just some other things for you guys to see is this. What I did, and don't laugh at the weld job, I welded two pieces of pipe together and I cut out an opening right there, because what I'm going to do is set up some sort of a blower system so that I can position it just like so. You guys see down in there? I can position it just like so, facing right at the fire. Hopefully that'll give me the maximum burn and help the fire to burn as hot as it can to get that sap boiling quick. Anyways, that's that. I guess you guys wouldn't have seen, but what I did was, instead of getting fire brick, because I don't have any as we speak and I don't want to go out and buy any, I ended up just taking ash from the fireplace, so from the wood stove inside, filling her up there. That's going to probably do me for the time being. And once I get these little pieces welded in and some little doodads and whatnot, we'll get this thing fired up and see just how it works. Anyways, hold on. All right, if you guys are like me, you need two things in life. One of them is some coffee, and two of them is some scrap metal. We're going to be using this scrap metal here in order to fill in some gaps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a marker, and I've already scribed these two, so I'll show you how I'll scribe the other two. But what I'm talking about is using some scrap metal, like so. I don't even know what that's off of. I think the trailer project. Using some scrap metal and positioning it. Maybe that's not a good example. I'll show you with this one. Anyways, positioning it so that it will fill that gap from that corner to the top here. So no air, no hot smoke will get out of there. So I'm just tracing that. We're going to cut that out with the plasma cutter and see how that goes. And I'm using my auto dimming welding mask, and I can set it to grind, and grind will give me the darkness I need, and that way I can cut that out, not blind myself, and be able to cut the other one out. Okay, applying this goop here made by Imperial high temp sealant. Figured what the heck, I'd just fill in any gaps I might have here. We'll just smooth that out there just a little bit. It's gonna look a little hillbilly, but hey, at the end of the day, this is a 55-gallon drum, so it's not exactly a high-end piece here. Gooper on there. I tell you, I've seen some bad welds in my day. That looks pretty bad. That's okay. Truth be told, I didn't clean off the weld 100% of paint. I just sort of welded over it, so it kind of spattered on me. Close your eyes and it'll look good, right? This is just to give me a little bit of smoke protection, keep the smoke out. Keep the smoke from coming out the gaps and dust and whatever else, soot. As some of you were saying, that's a possibility and we don't want that. Well, last thing we got to do, I think, is fill in that hole. So I took the whole piece that came from there and I took a little add-on and just bent it onto the top, and then I took a bolt, welded that bolt to the drum. That will allow for a nut to thread onto it, and I just have to drill that hole out so it slides over there, and that will fill in the hole for when I don't need my what do you call this? What do I call this besides a steel pipe? Bent? No, not a bent. Blower. There we go. So let's just put a hole in this, thread it on, and it should be good to go. And that right there, folks, is gonna be the ticket. At least I thought it was, but that little handle thing, this right here, is sort of getting in the way. I might bend it up a little bit, but it's also not quite flat. I gotta fix that. Probably when I welded it, it caused it to bend out a bit. Anyways, I'm gonna go take that over and give the old anvil a once over to flatten that out, and I'll bend that up, and I think we're there. So you have a look there. I think we've come a long ways. Last thing I'm going to do here is get that firewood in there, fire her up, and see how she works. Well, folks, as you can see behind me, I got the snow melted down. Didn't take all that long, and I'm just about to get things into a rolling boil. So for me, I think this thing's ready to go. All I need now is the temperatures to get above and below zero, and that fluctuation should kickstart my maple syrup season. But unfortunately for me, living here in central Ontario, we're probably still about 4 weeks away. But the gopher yesterday said we're going to be up to an early spring, so Let's see if that holds true. Anyways, folks, appreciate you all watching. If you have any questions at all, you know where it goes, and I hope to see you guys all next time.